Hi everyone, so let's do some movement today. If you have a soft ball, bring it. If you have a cushion, that might do instead of the soft ball. If you have a wedge, bring it. If you don't, maybe a towel that you can roll up as well. But let's begin. Let's make sure our feet are nicely underneath your hips. Your weight is the front to middle of the foot. You have a nice soft knee there, okay? Make sure that your toe muscles are pulled in. You're thinking about the belly button to the back of the spine and shoulders are down your back. Let's do a nice short weight transfer, getting those toes nicely pushing into the floor there, just gently thinking about spreading those toes along the ground. We're now going to take it into our arcing. Push your hips back, bend your knees and hang your head. Let everything go there. Exhale there. Push away the ground, eyes up, chest open, breathing in. Let's do that again. I'm going to have a little drift down here. And again, exhale. Push away the ground, eyes up, chest open. Let's take it into rotation. Fingertips nicely tapping into sides. No tension, no holding. Just allow your body just to nicely move, get the spine nicely moving. Allow your hip to come with you as you're doing this. Your hips will be moving when doing this. Your knee will also be joining in with that movement. Make sure you turn your foot. That is so you don't twist at your knee. A few more here. 3, 2, 1. Let's do standing side reach. We're going to reach to our right, stretching up with that left, and then come back down. Breathing in. Exhale, come back. And again. 2 more. 1 more. Hold here. Soften knee. Inhale, reach, come up and over with that arm. Let's go to the other side, pushing and reaching. Stretch through those ribs. Good, a few more here. 3 and 2 and 1. Hold here, soften knee. Inhale, reach, come up and over. Let's now take it into a little bit of a shake with those hands and those feet. And now we are ready to get down onto our mat. So let's get down onto that mat. Your hands are going to be nice underneath your shoulders, nice long spine there. Make sure your belly button's pulled into the back of the spine. You've got a nice long back there. Remember, you can also do this movement in a chair. You can sit in the chair and do some seated arcing. Right, we're going to go down towards the ground, coming up into that C shape, thinking about that back, and then back into that flat back coffee table position. And again, down towards the ground, coming up into that C shape, back into that lengthened position. 1 more. Breathing out if you want to add the breath in. Breathing in to flatten back. Let's think about lower back now, taking it back. Fingertips are going to be in touch with the floor here. If I come up higher, I don't get the stretch. It's got to be a bit lower for that one. And again, down towards the ground, coming back. 1 more time. Down and back. Good. Let's do head towards knee now. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen. That's 1. Squeeze your bottom in as you go out. 2, 3, 4. Think about hip position. 5. Maybe play with it if it doesn't feel right. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's change sides. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's reach back into that shell stretch and breathe in here. Inhale, sides and back of rib cage. And breathing out. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out, and come all the way back up. Right, we're going to focus on half roll back and then a full roll up and see how we get on today. So if you feel when you're sat in this position, which you can also do in a chair, so make sure when you're sitting that you're on the edge of the chair and that your hips are higher than your knees if you are, and then you can still do this movement. But if you're sat on the mat, make sure that you can sit up without effort. If you cannot sit up without effort, then we roll up our mat, we sit on something. We need this part of our body to relax a bit more, okay? Because this is where our focus is. We're going to go nice and long back first, okay? Neck is in line with the spine, all right? And then we're going to add a tilt as we do that, all right? So your knees are going to slightly move a bit, and that's totally normal. Push your bottom to come back up. Keep the shoulders down. We are going back. Keep your flow of oxygen going. Roll through the lower part of your spine. So it's about the lower part of your back movement. It's not about how far you can go back. Push with your bottom to come back up to a seated position. Remember, if this aches a bit, it might be a sign that we need to sit up a bit differently. Maybe adjust your legs. You could even do it with straight legs if you prefer. Here we go. Nice and long again. Add that roll. Okay, the neck will also follow that same curve on that roll, and then push with your bottom to come back up. This is the half roll back. We are going to breathe in now as we go back, and then breathe out to come back up top. Breathing in to go back, breathing out to come back up. So we are now going to add in some arms with this, nice and long back. Add in those arms, it's going to make it more challenging. If you want to do it without the arms and stay with what you're doing, that's totally fine. Breathing in as we go back, adding those arms, they're staying in your peripheral vision. That is working your body a little bit more harder. And again, roll. And then push to come back up. Now I'm going to take the arms up, nice and long for the body. Up, 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 roll. Push with the body to come back up. So again, you're pushing with your bottom to come back up into that position. Nice and long. Add that roll. It is controlled. It shouldn't feel like it's collapsing. And if you're unsure, a collapse looks like this. Okay? You are very much supported as you're doing the movement. You're supporting your whole body. One more time here. Nice and long. Add that roll in. Push your body to come back up. Let's take it into a little bit of flexion here, a little bit of stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, one more time. Breathing out, come all the way back up. If you need to have a little massage of your hips here, then feel free. We're now going to take it into the same move, but now we're going to work these muscles here. These are the obliques. So we are going nice and long back, adding in a different arm position here. An L, we are looking in the direction of the arm that's out to the side. And then we push to come back up. I'm changing sides. Breathing in as we go back. Control that roll. Push to come back up. And again, breathing in to go back. Add that roll. Push to come back up. One more time. Add that roll in. Come back up and hang over your legs. Breathe in, inhale, sides and back of rib cage. And then come back up. Good. Right, we're going to do the same movement now, but add now more of a sort of feathering transfer of weight position. So as I go back, I'm going to add a nice long back first, but then I'm going to rock from one sitting bone to the other. So I can kick in my my weaker side is going to do a bit of work. Then I'm transferring the weight back up again. So nice and long back first. Then you shift your weight from one side to the other. It doesn't matter what side you prefer to go to first. Either way, they will be working. We breathe in here. As you shift, as you shift, as you shift, as you shift, push with your bottom to come back up. This should be easier on your hips as well because they're not so fixed and working over time. You're now very much challenging more these muscles here, the transverse abdominis, and then again transfer to come back. We're going to do one more of these, nice and long. Add in the transfer of weight. Remember, again, you can do this on a chair. Remember, if you've got any discomfort or feeling in your back or anything that you know that doesn't feel right, then we sit and give ourselves a bit more height. If it has to be a chair, it's a chair. Let's breathe in here. Inhale, sides and back of rib cage. Breathing out. One more time. Breathing out and come all the way up. So now we have done the half roll back, which you're entirely free to stay with that, or you can come with me with the half roll back. For the half roll back, you might need a small handheld weight. You could use bottles, can of beans, a soft ball, or perhaps a cushion to go between your legs. Right, here we go. We're going to start off on our back. Make sure the lower part of the spine comes in contact with the mat first. Here we go. So arms are up overhead. Make sure that your back has a nice shallow curve to it. So you might have to make sure that your ribs stay down. Ribs are down, they're not up like this, so make sure the ribs are down, keeping that shallow curve to the spine. We then do fingertips come up, and we take it into the push, and we come up and over. Push up and over, stretching out your hamstrings and your legs, and then you stack up your spine. Nice and long, 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 and then you do the lower back curve, make sure that it doesn't collapse, and then you come back. If this is really challenging for you and you're really struggling, then sometimes engaging these muscles in between the legs, the adductors, makes this a bit easier. So you could squeeze a ball or a cushion, something, could even be a towel, something to engage those muscles. So we are now squeezing that object. Fingertips disappear from sight. Pushing up and over should be a bit easier, assisting those muscles to come up. Stack up the spine. As you come up there, go long, 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 long. Then we come back down. Then arms overhead. Let's do this again. Nice and long up. Fingertips disappear from sight. We are stacking up that spine, stretching over our legs. Up we come. Remember, long, then roll. This bit is probably the trickiest bit out of all of it. And then we come back. You can remove that ball now, bring those knees into your chest, have a nice little massage there, a little rock from side to side. Let's finish off with a nice glute stretch, one hand on your knee, one hand on your foot. So maybe some circles, quite good for the hips and lower back, those with sciatica. And then we can change sides, again side to side, circles, back and forth. Nice bit of movement there. Feet grounded, elbows grounded. Let's have a nice little stretch through our chest, opening up that chest, moving the neck. Perhaps in this period we've been doing a lot of sitting, a lot of eating, all the things that we do over this period of time. A few more, 3, 2, 1. You're going to rock to your side and come up to a seated position. Let's focus on some breathing here before we come standing. Breathing in and exhale to come back, and again breathing in, exhale to come back, and then take your time coming to a standing position. Right, here we are, stand. Let's breathe in, breathe out, and again breathing in, breathe out, take it into that arcing, push your hips back, bend your knees, hang your head, let everything go. Exhale there, push away the ground, eyes up, chest open, breathing in, and well done, and thank you for joining me today. Take care and see you next time.